Hey everyone, it's John again. I'm gonna play one more Immaculate Grid on this Sunday afternoon. It's Immaculate Grid number 32. Just going back and playing the old ones. I've done all right on my grids so far. I've gotten them all right. I haven't gotten any super low rarity scores though. I've been low 20s or so. In some cases due to restricted options, but in other cases I've come up with a couple that were surprising duds. So just higher rarity scores than expected. So let's try to improve on that. We're gonna play grid number 32 and let's see how it goes. Sharing my screen now. I guess if I just do that, it'll bring it up, right? Great. All right, there we go. All right, Tris speaker works. And let's get Marcos Scudero. That didn't really come up with a good one there. Brett Saberhagen works. Great picture by Scudero, though. Sandy Alomar. I think I've done this before. He's like 50%. Let's see. Hinsky, maybe. He's majority. And then rookie of the year here for the Royals, Angel Baroa, 2003. Sweet. All right, Silver Slugger, Manny Ramirez. And let's go Palm. Actually, let's go Palm Molitor, DH. He has to work. Sweet. And then over here, George Brett, which I think I just played actually. All right, 56 seconds. A lot of stuttering, very high rarity score, but we don't really go for the rarity score here. There's at least, I'm going to cheat a little bit and just see how many there are. There's only one other Blue Jays rookie of the year. There's at least a couple options for um, for Cleveland and for the Royals. But yeah, we'll see on this one. All right. Well, I'm going to stop share, reshare, get to grid number 31 up there, go to grid number 32. And let's go. And let's try to think of, let's see how rare we can go on. So I think Bob Hamlin is going to be a better pick here. I think he was a better pick than Baroa, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I'm not remembering who's going to be a better pick for Rookie of the Year though. So that might actually this might actually be an example. I'm gonna play the other ones, the other squares here, but that might be an example of something where, in order to play by my rules, it's not a low rarity score anyway. At best, it's 37% additional. But I might throw a guess in there. The Blue Jays franchise is not that old. I should be able to deduce it at least. Anyway, I'm gonna go with Andre Thornton, who I think won a DH Silver Slugger in the 80s. He goes 1%. Um, and for the Blue Jays, Molitor was pretty low there. Let's go Barfield, 2%. Decent. And then for the Royals, we got Willie Wilson last time. Let's try Frank White. He goes 2%. I think that's actually lower than Wilson. So, all right, let's see here. Boston and these teams. Nope, that's not going to work. And then, yeah, who are some other rookies of the years for Cleveland, actually? It looked like there were four options. Let's see, down here, Kansas City and Boston. Jeff Suppan works. Jose Offerman works. Tom Gordon works. I don't know if any of those are super rare. Let's go Tom Gordon. 2%. All right. Rick Cerone play for the Blue Jays. Plays for the Yankees and the Red Sox, and I think one other AL East team. And I can't remember if it's Blue Jays or Orioles. Um, Obviously Clemens is going to be a big one there. And Boston and Cleveland, we should be able to come up with someone old. I mean, Cy Young works here. I think Manny's going to be a big one here. Didn't Cologne briefly pitch for Boston? I want to say he did. But Bartolo Colon's never a good rarity scorer, no matter what. He'll always get at least a little. I think Reggie Jefferson, who was like a DH in Boston in the 90s, I think he played for Cleveland. But let's try Otis Nixon. He's usually actually Otis Nixon's going to be better here, isn't he? Yeah, let's go Otis Nixon here. It was 0.3. Um, and we're trying to come up with someone in Cleveland / Boston. But we want it to be rare because that's the name of the game. Hanley Ramirez works. That I don't think that's going to be super rare. Let's see. Gotta come up with someone better than that. Someone better than Hanley or Ramirez, Hanley or Manny Ramirez or Bartolo Colon, who I'm only pretty sure about. Damon works, Johnny Damon works, but that's not gonna be rare either. You know what? Let's try out Reggie Jefferson. I'm like 50% sure. Bam, point one. Nice. All right. Rookie of the year. I think Charbonneau. I'm not coming up with anyone much more rare than that. Oh, probably. Well, there were two people more rare by definition, because if he's at 33%, Sandy Alomar Jr. is at over 50%. That means the remaining two were splitting 14%. So there were much rarer options than the two I went with. All right. Blue Jays, though. They've only existed since 1977. I wonder if maybe Mark Eichhorn's really good year. Eric Hinsky took 63%, which means I don't think there's going to be anybody more recent than Eric Hinsky. Now, he has a sort of tangential relationship with Moneyball because he's traded for Billy Koch, who was the A's closer in 2002. And they even talk about how, hey, that was a high price to pay, but we wanted a good closer. And he was blocked by Eric Chavez. Hinsky, incidentally, would have worked for Boston, Toronto. Probably that's where Otis Nixon, though. And then, yeah, if you're going backwards, Mark Eichhorn so far is my best guess because he had a really good, I think, rookie year in 85, I want to say. But I think Ozzie Guillen actually won that rookie of the year. And if we're continuing to go backwards a little bit, what you have Ben Grieve in 98, Nomar in 97. Actually, I'm not really remembering. Or Jeter in 96. Pat Listash and Tim Salmon both won Rookie of the Year. You know what? It's got to be before them because I know the Angels and Brewers were the last two American League teams to have a Rookie of the Year. So it has to have been between 1977 and 1991. And let's see, within that, I know Ripken wins in 82, Rookie of the Year. And Guillen wins one in there. I think it's 85. I know 86 is Canseco, 87 is McGuire, and 88 is Walt Weiss. So a little bit of process of elimination going on. I'm not sure on maybe Tom Henke in one of those years. I don't think George Bell. I don't think Lloyd Mosby or Jesse Barfield. I think Ernie Witt. All right, lots of guesses. I'm gonna throw down Icorn, but I think I'm off on that. I'm very sure this isn't right. Nah, it wasn't right. Who else? Let's just do all of them. We got. I'm not in a rush. Let's see here. Okay, Herb Score, who's also a 20 game winner. Chris Chambliss of Yankee fame. Okay, one of them was bound to be better. And for KCR, we get Lou Pinella and Carlos Beltran, in addition to Baroa and Hamlin, who were the two I picked. And then the only other one for Toronto is Alfredo Griffin, who hit 287 for 2.5 WAR with 2 home runs and 31 RBI and 21 stolen bases in 1979. I can confidently say I was never going to get that, so I don't feel too bad. All right. Well, even with the losing note, I think I'm going to take that. I don't feel too bad about that. I was never going to get Alfredo Griffin. Good for him, though. Congratulations on the 1979 Rookie of the Year. All right. Back at tomorrow. Thanks a lot for playing today. Peace.